Hello everyone. Today what I wanted to do was run through all of my Middle Eastern fragrances, the ones that are currently in my collection, and let you know if I think, entirely subjective view, my own, if I think they're worth getting. So if that sounds interesting to you, do keep watching. I have 17 fragrances in all, 10 are Lattafas. So what I might do is start with our Lattafas. Mora by Lattafa. This one is worth getting. It's my scent of the day. Normally I'd wear this one at nighttime. It's a great evening scent in cooler weather, but today was especially rainy and I haven't worn this one in a while and I wanted to refresh my mind on what it was like. It was love at first sniff when I got this within the last year, maybe 9 months ago. But I wanted to re-experience it. It's delicious, guys. It is dried fruits that have been rehydrated in some delicious liquor of some sort. And there are baking spices in here. So to my nose, it's things like cinnamon, nutmeg. It gives Mora, the spices give Mora a really dry texture, which to me is quite unusual. I love it a lot. It's moderate in its projection and it's moderate in longevity, 4 to 6 hours. Unisex, if not leaning a touch masculine, but just a touch. And in fact, that quality is less now than when I first got it. I don't notice the lavender as much in here. It's really sophisticated, dry, evening. It's special. It's special. It smells high end. That is Mora by Lattafa, definitely worth getting. Onward with the Lattafas, Opulent Red. This is one of my favorites. It's worth getting. Opulent Red is a very contemporary tuberose. It's lively, it's fun, it's smooth. There's cognac in here. There's a lot of white florals in here, but I mostly get the tuberose. There's jasmine in here too. This is so fun and different and sophisticated. This is the opposite of quote unquote old lady white florals, whatever that means. Well, we know what it means. There's nothing stuffy about this. It's also it's not indolic or unbearable. It's Moorish. It's addictive. Lots of fun and lasts a really long time on the skin. 8 hours, great projection, smooth, warm, tuberose. Really, really nice. That's Opulent Red by Lattafa, worth getting well and truly. Kayad Alpha Sun Unlimited. This one's worth getting. Coconut. It is a very forward coconut. To me, it starts out a dry, sweet coconut, very much as if you've put your nose into a packet of dried coconut, particularly like the shaved pieces of coconut. It gets creamier as it dries down, and I think the white florals in here or the florals in here contribute to that. But it's very much got gourmand elements, the coconut, almost like condensed milk. But there's a dry quality to the coconut as well. And you've got the creamy lactonic side as well. I did spray this a little bit earlier. I would love it to last longer. It probably lasts 2 or 3 hours with some projection. And I'm noticing the longer I have it, it is lasting more and more, but definitely worth getting. Kayad Alpha Sun Unlimited, great coconut scent. this one that everyone knows, I think, Nebras by Lattafa. This is their absolute inspired, practically a copy of Eilish by Billie Eilish. The DNA is exactly the same. That is, I would describe it as a plasticky chocolate. That's what I get from Eilish and Nebras. It's fun. It's a fun fragrance. It's not especially sophisticated, but a really interesting, contemporary, fun, gourmand for the fragrance for the cooler weather. I don't have freezing weather where I live, but I imagine this may not be strong enough to punch through freezing temperatures, but it is perfect for this time of year here, which is autumn and into winter here. This one lasts longer and projects more than Eilish. It is definitely worth getting. And this bottle, this feels so nice. It looks so nice. Nebras by Lattafa. Onward with the Lattafas. Okay, Higher by Lattafa. This one is worth getting. It's not my favorite scent because it's very, very youthful. And in a good way, this is perfect for the hottest of days. It is light, fizzy. I'd say fizzy over airy. I'm going to spray it just because it's so fun. Yeah, it's really, really nice on the hottest of days. It doesn't last long. I've gone through 2/3 of this bottle already from the summer that's been, but I enjoyed it. I know it's compared to various Juicy Couture's. I don't get that. I think this is its own thing. It has strawberry, but it's got that rather pleasant plastic doll head note to it. And I don't get that from any of the Juicy Couture's. Velour bottle. This was fun. Well worth getting. Higher by Lattafa. Oud Mood by Lattafa. This one's gorgeous. I don't wear this out a lot because it has a lot of oud in it. It's a nice oud, but I'm not sure how those around me would react to the oud. This is oud and sweet notes, things like brown sugar and also rose. The rose, to my nose, is not as forward as the oud and the sweet notes in here. I'm going to spray a little bit of it. Where have I got some spare skin? The oud in here is the oud that I pick up in practically all of the oud fragrances of Lattafa. So to me, absolutely, it's a cold, somewhat metallic oud. I often say it brings to mind petrified ancient wood. So it's woody, but it's also got a metallic side to it. It just works well. This works well as a fragrance. It's the right amount of everything. I wear this a lot. It's one of those ones that if I'm walking past my fragrances, I will spray this because I find it addictive, and it's one I can unwind with. I can see myself as the weather gets cooler here wearing this more out. It's a really, really lovely grown-up scent for the cooler weather. It lasts a long time on the skin. It projects. Oud Mood by Lattafa. Very much well worth getting, especially if you're wanting a quote-unquote proper oud fragrance where oud's to the forefront and you're a bit scared. Well, at least that's why I got this. I like it a lot. Oud Mood. Badi El Oud, I should say. I was about to call it the wrong thing. Badi El Oud, Honor and Glory. This, and I know this did the rounds. This is well worth getting. It's a strong fragrance. It is spicy pineapple. The spices are baking spices in here, and there's a creme brulee note. Now, I think I've had this maybe 6 months, and over that time, it has sweetened. The fragrance has sweetened a lot. The creme brulee comes a lot more to the forefront. It comes together more, and there's not as many harsh edges. I will be wearing this in the winter here. It's really spectacular. It's another one that I just like to sniff. To my mind, it is well worth getting. That is Badi El Oud, Honor and Glory. Let's keep the Badi El Ouds going. This one is Amethyst. Oh my goodness, I adore this. I adore this. It is worth getting. It's a beast. I don't wear it a lot. I have worn it. I've received compliments. It is a very prominent rose oud fragrance. The rose is so jammy to my nose. It's like raspberry syrup. It's like a sweet tart made of cooked down raspberries and red rose petals. Really wonderful. The oud is prominent, but it works well on my skin, and the oud in here is not as metallic as Oud Mood. It lasts forever, projects for hours and hours. When I say hours and hours, it projects a lot for six to 8 hours. People will smell you when you wear this. And I've even worn this, believe it or not, in warm weather. Not hot. Ooh, wouldn't wear it in hot, but you know, you manage the dose. It brings me absolute joy sniffing Badi El Oud Amethyst. Well worth getting. Okay. It had to come. I've got a few that, in my opinion, aren't worth getting, and this is one. This is Opulent White, again, Lattafa. When I first got this, it was horrendous. It had that petrochemical gasoline smell. That's all you could smell. I've had this again, let's say 6 months, maybe slightly longer, and that's gone. But what you're left with is it's very much like the Ariana Grande Cloud DNA. Lattafa have a few, I believe, the BR540 DNA. This is one of them, but it's very much that plasticky, and it's not real sweet. There's not a lot of sweetness in this. It's, this, I know a lot of people like this, and some lovely folks have commented in comments of my video about this when I've talked about this in Opulent Red, and they really like it. And I think that's great. And I can also see how this would work for someone. And it lasts a long time, and it projects nicely. I think it just needs a little more sweetness for me. And that whatever the aroma chemicals are in Cloud, I don't know if it's ambroxan or what it is, but I seem to pick up on it a lot, and it is again in here. But for me, it's not worth getting. That is Opulent White by Lattafa. Let's compare and contrast this one, which is Anna Abiad Rouge. I say compare it because it is another Lattafa inspired by BR540 DNA. And this one's divine. This one is worth getting, in my view. It's a fruity take. It's a fruity take. The fruits in here aren't distinct. I believe it's nashi pear and kumquat. I've only had this a month or two, and I've worn it heaps. It's super versatile. I can wear this anywhere, anytime, day or night. I've worn it on the weekend. I've worn it to work, and it lasts all day. It lasts all day. I've combined it with Kayali's Love Fest Burning Cherry, and what a delight that combination is. It makes the Love Fest Burning Cherry less dense. It gives it an airy quality, and it brings out more fruitiness in Anna Abiad Rouge. This is good. This is good. Even if you're not sure of the BR540 DNA, this is actually the only one of that type of fragrance that I love. I'm all for it. Anna Abiad Rouge by Lattafa. So we are moving on to the other houses that aren't Lattafa. Eternal Coffee by Paris Corner. Guys, this is another one that I don't feel like is worth getting. You know, it smells reasonably strong out of the bottle, but it just doesn't last any amount of time on the skin. It also doesn't have any coffee in it. It's called Eternal Coffee. Very disappointed there. It's sweet, caramelly, toffee. I do add this to things. It's just, to me, it's kind of like a kind of messy caramel toffee that I can add to other things to enhance the gourmand aspect, but I can't really recommend it. And I'm not sure that it's worth getting, especially with the longevity. I've sprayed heaps of it trying to get it to work. I've had it for a couple of months. Yeah, kind of disappointing. Eternal Coffee by Paris Corner. Royal Musk by Al Haramain. Oh, this is a favorite. This is a favorite. So versatile. I've worn this a lot. I'm not sure how long I've had this. I'm going to say 6 to 9 months, maybe 6. But this is a mainstay of day fragrances for me. You could wear this anywhere, and what I love about it is it lasts all day, 8+ hours. The kind of musk that it is, and musk is to the forefront, is a clean musk, crystalline quality. It's not super powdery. It's very clean. There is a touch of powderiness to it. It's really good. It's really good. Unisex musk, so it's not one of those powdery feminine musks. Anyone can wear this. Absolutely worth getting. Royal Musk by Al Haramain. Here's another one by Paris Corner. It's a reasonably recent release, I believe. Mango Punch. Again, poor old Paris Corner. Disappointed with this one, and in my view, not worth getting. It doesn't smell like mango to me. I get more pineapple and orange, and it's like pineapple jelly crystals. If you open a packet of dry pineapple jelly crystals, that's what I get. Same with the orange. It opens that way, but then it develops, and how it develops, a really strong jasmine comes through. It's a harsh jasmine, really harsh, to the forefront. Jasmine that's like in early 2000s designer fragrances, that kind of thing. And then as it dries down, a little bit of sweetness returns. It's just not what I expected. It's too bombastic, and I don't think it's worth getting. Mango Punch by Paris Corner. Enticed 2 by Ajmal. This is pretty. This is pretty, and I'm going to say it is worth getting because I don't have a bunch of simple, pretty white floral fragrances in my collection. I much prefer this kind of pizzazz, if you like, tuberose with other things going on. Yeah, that's more what I'm interested in these days. But I think there are situations where you want to be pretty, ladylike. You know, it's the twin set and pearls of white floral fragrances. The bottle's lovely. The juice looks pretty. It's not indolic. It's not going to upset or offend anyone. So for a gentle white floral fragrance, Enticed 2 by Ajmal is worth getting. Baroque Satin Oud. I've spoken of this before. I get nervous talking about this one because I know in Fragcom a lot of people like this. I do not. My very strong view is that this is not worth getting. It is a powdery, a harsh powdery bomb, and I like powdery fragrances. This is, to me, this is unwearable. I use it as a room deodorizer. And that's to me what it smells like, some kind of industrial strength room deodorizer. It does not remind me of MFK, Oud Satin Mood. In fact, I would say this is a lot closer. Oud Mood is a lot closer to Oud Satin Mood in terms of sweetness, smoothness, that kind of thing. This, yeah, as I say, I'm a bit anxious talking about it because it's well loved and that's cool. But for me, wow. It's the other image I had today when I was thinking about Baroque satin oud were Baroque wigs, you know, Marie Antoinette, Louis XVI, the big white wigs. I just imagined that back then this could be used to deodorize and powder those wigs. That's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Baroque satin oud, not worth getting. And 2 more to go, and they are both very lovely. So we have got Shaghuff Oud Amar. Now, of all of these, this is the newest to my collection, and it is a delightful pineapple. It's pineapple, it's ambery. The oud in here is not super pronounced. It's great. It's more of a summer fragrance, and we're in autumn here. It actually is a little bit reminiscent to me, and I don't think it's just the color of the bottle, it could be, of Si Passione, that's also got a pineapple note in it. Yeah, this, and it's a cross between that and Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold. That one I gave to my boyfriend because it was too harsh for me. This is a feminine version of Amber Oud Gold. It is well worth getting, really well done. It smells like a really quality fragrance. I look forward to exploring more in the Swiss Arabian line. Amar is delightful, delightful. There's for a fruity fragrance, there's a bit of sophistication to it. Shaghuff Oud Amar by Swiss Arabian, well worth getting. And last is this lovely one, which is Mocha Wood by Fragrance World. This is very reminiscent to me of Roses Vanille. The longer I have it and wear it, the more differences I detect. I love it in its own right. It is thinner than Roses Vanille. It's also boozier and earthier and woodier. It's lovely, and as you can see, I spray this a lot, and because it's not a beast of a projector like Roses Vanille, you spray too much Roses Vanille and you know, people around you might pass out. That's not the case with this. You can spray this a lot and it's quite addictive. That is Mocha Wood. I've heard others say they pick up on some chocolate. To me, there's an earthiness to it. I don't get chocolate and I don't get any coffee in here. Really lovely though. Mocha Wood, Fragrance World. This is absolutely worth getting. So overall, we had 17 fragrances and 13 are well worth getting, 4 not so much. And if I'd smelled these 4 prior, I wouldn't have picked them up. I hope you enjoyed that quick run through, that kind of format today. Thank you so much for watching, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.